True manifestation takes time, effort, and a lot of mental discipline. I know it's very common for a lot of content creators to get on here and be like, oh, manifestation's so effortless, manifestation's so easy, manifestation is just like, so seamless. But the truth of the matter is, it takes a lot of mental focus and discipline to be able to align with certain things that you're trying to pull in, especially if you've been trying to align to something that's a little bit geared towards the opposite of what you have been experiencing for a very long time. Now, being blunt, most people get into manifestation to either, find somebody to love or to get money or to improve the status of their life. But if you've had the experience for years and years and years of having the exact opposite happen, it's going to take a little bit more than just affirming, like, oh, I'm a billionaire, and then just having some shift happen. And one of the biggest misconceptions that people say is just act as if it's already done. And I don't think people actually understand what that means. To act as if something is already done, that means you basically have to become the version of that person. So, longest story short, if you want to become a singer or a celebrity, then you have to start doing things that a singer does, like practicing singing. Like, you can affirm, I'm a singer all day. You can affirm that you're rich all day. But if you don't have a company, if you don't have a business, if you don't have an avenue for money to flow into your experience, then it's not that it can't happen. It's just that it's highly unlikely for your mind to accept the outcome of it otherwise, because our minds feel to some degree, especially within the physical realm, that there has to be something more than just an affirmation. So I think one of the most important things that people have to realize is there is action required to get manifestations. People can say all day, like, oh, you can just affirm and, nothing is needed. And that's, yes, technically very true. You can quite literally, if you believed it with your fucking chest, sit and affirm that you have millions of dollars coming in. And you could literally just look at your bank account and you can quantum leap into a reality that you literally have $1 million. But let's be, I guess, realistic, practical, and grounded. And let's be very real. Because if every content creator that said it was just as easy to fucking affirm to get $1 million in your bank account and then just don't think about it, they would be millionaires. They would be sending you these videos from a mansion. They wouldn't be sending it to you from their apartment or their house or their mama's house. That's just not the truth of the matter. I say all this to say that manifestation takes time, effort, intention, and a lot of mental discipline and focus. And it's not something that is just a switch that can be flipped on overnight. It takes time and effort, and there's nothing wrong with that. You are literally learning how to control and alter reality with your mind, or at least align to different realities. But basically the same thing. It might the I guess technicality of manifestation is you're aligning to a reality, but the realistic experience of it is you are altering or creating or doing different things to then interact with reality in different facets. So I think it's really important not to simply discount the level of skill that alone takes, finding out about it, much less consistently being able to produce results at a high level. And if you'll notice that every content creator that says manifestation is so easy, manifesting money is so easy, come get my coaching. Do you want to know why it's easy for them to get that? It's because they have avenues set up. The coaching is their money. Those things that you are engaging with those manifestation content creators, that is their source of income. And it's not to say that that is a bad thing, because, many times they do have genuine knowledge and guidance and wisdom around manifestation. But it's still to say that even in the exact same breath that these content creators are saying that you don't have to do anything, they still have methods and modalities and channels set up for them to then receive that abundance that they're putting out into the universe. So, the way that abundance comes in is always going to be different for different people. Sometimes it can come in the form of just a really fucking good job offer. Sometimes you can start a business. You might even genuinely just find out you had like a really rich relative who just gifted you a whole bunch of money, or you might even win the lottery. But the point I'm trying to make is manifestation is not a one-size-fits-all situation, and don't allow what you see and what you perceive to be the dominant story around manifestation, because not everybody is going to give you or tell you the entire truth of things, because that might impact their pockets a little bit. And I think there is a vast majority of content creators who genuinely just give as much information that they can. There are a lot of people who I think have a lot of really good and solid information, but I do think that there is still, a gap between some of the things that they say and what is actually practical for the person who's trying to manifest and learn how to do such from a conscious standpoint. And as I continue to post more content around manifestation, I'm quite literally just going to go through my entire book, more or less, that I'm currently writing. Like, I'm always grateful for the sales, and I think, of course, having the full book would still be beneficial for people who are trying to learn how to manifest. But I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm just going to pretty much speak about everything. If you feel like you want to get a little bit more in depth from there, then I'm always open to coaching, and I'm, of course, putting the book out so you can buy and support me in that way. Um, but yeah, either way, peace and blessings, everybody. I hope you guys have a great day.